Like and subscribe now, or you're gonna have bad luck this week.
Animals are pretty amazing creatures. We think of them as normal creatures roaming the earth, but they have actually been here much longer than us. Sometimes they end up creating some priceless moments that are almost hard to believe. Today, we are looking at 10 of the craziest animal incidents that actually happened. Number 1 will make you a fan of cats, even if you dislike them, so watch out for that. Let's begin, shall we? Number 10. Cincinnati gorilla. We know you definitely remember this incident. There was a small boy who fell into the gorilla exhibit at the Cincinnati Zoo in 2016. The gorilla was named Harambe, who actually saved the child. He was the 17-year-old western lowland gorilla who had noticed that the boy fell into the enclosure. He approached the boy and grabbed him. Video shows Harambe dragging the young boy around the retaining pool in the enclosure as onlookers shout and scream in response. The incident ended with a difficult but right decision to terminate Harambe instead of tranquilizing. This made activists really angry. Petitions on the internet sprung up, including one called Justice for Harambe, which demanded proper legal action be taken by responsible parties. The petition attained over 10,000 signatures in a few days and sits at well over 500,000 signatures before it finally closed. Harambe became more than a gorilla who unfortunately lost his life. He became an internet meme. A Cheeto that bore a resemblance to Harambe was sold for $100,000 online. Humans really are something else. Number 9. Dog versus fork. Dogs are cute, but they can be pretty stupid sometimes. This will show you why we are saying this. A 5-month-old golden retriever named Dustin Austin, Texas, bit off a little more than he can chew. An entire fork. No, we are not kidding. Adeline Animal Emergency and Referral Center posted on its Facebook page a video of a procedure required to help Dustin remove the silverware from his stomach. Imagine sitting in the emergency room and you get a call and somebody says, "I think my dog ate a fork." When Dustin arrived at the center, vets discovered the 5-month-old golden retriever had indeed swallowed a prolonged piece of dinnerware whole. They managed to remove it with an endoscope rather than having to resort to surgery, and shared a video of the procedure. One woman on Facebook said the incident was a real eye-opener for other pet owners and a slap of reality. Save your pets from making dumb mistakes like these. Number 8. Mauled by a polar bear. In this terrifying video, a woman was attacked by a polar bear after jumping into its zoo enclosure. Why did she do that? We are not sure. Maybe it's because she's a white woman, but it sure was a dumb move. The woman leaped over the bars at the Berlin Zoo during the bear's feeding time. Despite the 6 zookeepers' efforts to distract the 4 predators kept in the enclosure, the woman was bitten several times on her arms and legs. The brave keepers eventually managed to push the bear away and pull the woman to safety. It is not known why the woman pulled the dangerous stunt, but she initially appeared to be elated as she swam towards the bear in the enclosure. But boy, was that a stupid decision. She was even sued by the zoo for disturbing the polar bear while it was their lunchtime. Number 7. Cod versus human. No, this isn't the Call of Duty game we are talking about. This is much more violent and will leave you shocked for at least a week. Horrified workers in an Australian fish factory sliced open a giant cod and discovered a human head inside. We were as shocked as you when we first heard about it too. The grisly find an adult man's head with its hair and features intact rolled out of the stomach of the fish, which was 5.5 feet long and weighed 97 pounds. Peter Monson, who co-owns the filleting firm in Cairns, said that there was total disbelief. You'd never dream of it. Cops could not say whether the cod had killed the man or ingested the head after the man was dead. They believe the victim could be Michael Edwards, who has been missing since falling overboard in the Pacific a week before the incident. Sea life experts said that a crocodile could have killed the victim first. They get saltwater crocodiles in Australia, and the fish might have been in on the feast, but how the head got in is a mystery. Cod do not have sharp teeth. They suck on their prey. This really was a horrific incident that can only happen in Australia. Number 6. Arm off. Trainer Summit Thunkelman was entertaining crowds at the Bung Borofit show of crocodiles on New Year's Eve when the crocodile snapped its mouth shut with the keeper's hand inside of it. Unsettling footage shows the trainer's mangled arm after the croc has let go. Thunkelman had been whacking the reptile on its head with a stick before reaching his arm into its mouth. The crocodile then slammed its jaws shut and performed a death roll as if it was trying to drown a prey in the wild. The person who recorded it said it was very scary and the man's hand was broken in half. He was very lucky to still be alive. What a way to start the new year, right? Number 5. Milla the beluga whale. They say animals have a sixth sense, and that's how they know if something is wrong. Yang Yun was taking part in a diving competition to become a whale trainer at the Polar Land Aquarium in China. In the test, divers had to sink to the bottom of a 20-foot beluga-filled Arctic pool and stay underwater for as long as possible without breathing equipment. Everything was fine until Yang Yun felt her leg cramp up, and she was unable to swim or even move due to the cold, icy water. As there was no diving equipment provided for this contest, the girl began to drown. Milla, a beluga whale, rushed to rescue Yang and guided her to safety by placing Yun's leg in her mouth. If it hadn't been for the brave whale, the young diver would have probably drowned. Number 4. Penguin poop bombs. If the Olympics awarded medals for long-distance pooping, penguins would take home the gold. These tubby Arctic birds can squirt arcing jets of poop to distances nearly twice their own body length. And scientists recently calculated just how much force their tiny rectums produce in order to do so, and how far the poop can fly. We didn't even know penguins pooped, and now scientists are measuring how far they can throw it? Humans really are very weird creatures. Birds that eat meat and fish typically poop with more force than seed eaters, likely because their waste contains higher amounts of irritating uric acid. You must be thinking, why do they blast their poop? Well, nature is a brutal place, so during brooding, chinstrap and Adelie penguins are reluctant to leave their eggs unguarded in the nest, even to take a dump. But one also does not wish to ruin the nest with feces, so instead, the brooding penguins will hunker down, point its rear away from the nest, lift its tail, and let fly a projectile of poop, thereby ensuring both the safety of the eggs and the cleanliness of the nest. Isn't that just fascinating? Number 3. Bat bombs. On December 7, 1941, a 60-year-old dentist from Irwin, Pennsylvania, Dr. Little Adams, was driving home from a vacation at Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico. Hours earlier, he had been gripped with amazement as he witnessed millions of bats exiting the caves of Carlsbad. Listening to the car radio on his return trip, he was shocked to hear that Japan had just attacked Pearl Harbor. Dr. Adams, outraged over this travesty, began to mentally construct a plan for U.S. retaliation. As his thoughts returned to the countless bats that had awed him, he formed a tentative plan. Millions of these small flying mammals could be connected to tiny, time-fused incendiary bombs and then released to land on the flimsy constructed structures which dotted the cities of Japan. Within a few minutes, the bombs would explode and inflame the entire urban area. He postulated that these immeasurable numbers of fires spreading their devastations over such vast areas within Japan's cities would result in the enemy's speedy surrender. Dr. Adams was able to get a meeting with the President of the United States, Franklin D. Roosevelt, who thought it was a crazy but good idea. Classic Roosevelt, but the whole scheme was abandoned because the military put all their funds into something less destructive, the atomic bomb. And the rest is history. Number 2. Leopard Rampage. Up next, we have a video that will definitely give you chills. A panicked leopard attacked 5 people as it went on a rampage through a village in northern India, in the northern Indian state of Punjab. Hundreds of people collected on roofs of their houses in Lamba village in the city of Jalandhar as they watched the leopard sprint across narrow streets, attacking people in its wake. Video footage shows 2 men trying to throw a net over the leopard, which had found itself trapped in an alley. The leopard then leaps up, knocking one man to the ground before vaulting a fence and then running through the urban area, mauling several people in the process. Terrified bystanders can be seen fleeing the scene. At least 4 people were injured over a period of more than 7 hours as officials tried to catch the animal and tranquilize it. India really is a place of wonders. Number 1. The cat named Winnie. At the top of this list, we have this amazing story that will blow your minds away. Cats are known for being sassy and moody, but that doesn't mean they aren't caring. Diane Busher was woken up at 4:45 a.m. by the cries of the family cat, Winnie, coming from the garage. Busher went downstairs to see what the fuss was about. What she saw were smoke and flames. She quickly grabbed the cat and rushed back inside to wake her husband and their 5 children. She had to act quickly as the fire had already spread. It destroyed the garage and bedroom. None of the family was harmed, thanks to the cat's cries. No one in the family actually liked the cat, but that didn't stop Winnie from saving the whole family from getting burnt to a crisp. After this incident, the cat became the family's favorite. Which one of these moments did you think was the craziest? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.